Uh, Okay, this is Ken Holla, and I'm with newest coach Alex Heacock, who graduated in what year, Alex?
2009.
2009. And the question is, why come in and replace really an icon, and as the throws coach at William and Mary?
The biggest thing is that as an alum, I certainly have a great deal of fondness for William and Mary and the campus and obviously the track and field program. Um, it just turned out to be a perfect opportunity for my family and I. We happen to already live in Williamsburg, which is super convenient, having coached at Christopher Newport the past 2 years. And, when the opportunity opened up, it was certainly something I was extremely interested in. And obviously, um, it's very nice that it worked out, and Coach Walsh gave me the opportunity to hop in here on staff. Uh, Very cool thing is I'll get to work side by side with Coach Stimson for the foreseeable future, and that's awesome. I obviously have a great deal of respect for him as a coach, and more than anything as a human being. I mean, he's just one of the greatest people I've ever met in my life. So super excited to be working side by side with him and helping our kids here on the team and the future athletes we bring in.
Everybody, of course, knows Dan Simpson since he's been around since 1986. And he interviewed the day he took me up to the Penn Relays. It was a double day. And the question is, how are you different from him? Because we know what he's all about. He's the big teddy bear who's going to give you a hug. How are you going to change things while incorporating his great skills?
I probably bring a little more intensity than Coach does. I'm younger, obviously, but I try to walk that fine line of being intense, but also obviously being very supportive and easy to get along with, so to speak. I certainly get very excited about our kids, training and competitions, and I think you'll see, if you come out to meets or you talk to the kids on the team, I think they'll probably let you know that I'm bringing a little more, intensity to training and competition. And I was just joking around the office today, and I don't like to lose. I prefer to win, and I prefer great performances to good performances. So, I want to obviously do everything I can to help our kids, achieve what they're able to do, and I'll use a whole bunch of different things to try to make that happen. But go ahead, yeah.
What were your events, and for the events that weren't your events that you're coaching, how do you supplement your knowledge other than maybe talking to Dan?
Yeah, so I was a javelin thrower. That's all I ever threw. I grew up in Pennsylvania, where it's a sanctioned high school event. So I threw for 4 years in high school, 4 years in college, and a greatest thing that ever happened to me was my first job out of college. The fall after I graduated, I was a graduate assistant at North Park University on the north side of Chicago, a small Division III school. But unlike most graduate assistantships, I was kind of given the throws group and said, "Hey, they're yours. Do what you will." So a lot of kind of on the ground learning there. Obviously I'd been around the throwing events, the shot put and discus since high school. I was really lucky to have a good high school coach and get to, even though I didn't throw, I picked up a lot of the things she was conveying to my teammates. And obviously, being with Dan here at William and Mary, practices would coincide where he'd be working with the other throwers or multi-eventers while I was doing my javelin training. So certainly learned some stuff through there. But that first year of coaching for me was great. Like I said, I was on my own. Luckily, I'm friends with a lot of coaches who are willing to share knowledge. Obviously, Coach Simpson was one of them who I leaned on a lot my first year of coaching. But the biggest thing is, you look at kind of similarities between the throwing events and how you accelerate the implement, how you move your body. Some of the technical goals that you're trying to achieve are fairly similar across the events. So that's been the easiest thing for me to kind of grasp and understand. And now that I've got 5 years under my belt, and have had a lot of opportunity to the professional development, going to different camps and clinics and stuff, learning from great coaches. I certainly feel like I've got a firm foundation, but obviously I'm always looking to gather more information and make myself a better coach.
And last question, you are the alumni liaison. How do you see that going, and what kind of things can we look for from you?
Yeah, obviously I'm super excited about that. I mean, one, it gives me a chance to reconnect with some of my former teammates, but obviously I get to connect with alums from that run the gamut from the 40s, 50s, 60s, to present, and that's exciting for me. I mean, I think sharing the same bond, the being part of the William & Mary community, there's something special to that. And my wife's even alum too, so we're William & Mary through and through. Our daughter Hannah is going to be decked out in tribe gear, for eternity here. But I'm super excited to be able to connect with alumni. Hopefully get some fun, relevant information to keep you all up to date about what's going on in the cross country and track and field programs, and hopefully kind of connect and let you guys get a feel for the type of kids who are here on campus, the kids we get to hang out with every day and teach. And as a coaching staff, we obviously get to learn from our kids as well. But I think the fun thing is going to be is as I talk to alums, I have a feeling the William & Mary type student, the personality, the culture, has probably stayed pretty consistent through the ages. So, obviously I'm anticipating hearing, people kind of seeing reflections, not necessarily of themselves, but of former teammates and stuff as they get to know the kids on the team. But more than anything, I just want, the alumni base to know that they should be very proud of our program and proud of the type of young men and women we have here who are working hard every day to represent the tribe as best they can.
Okay, and with that, we're going to end the interview, and I appreciate you talking to me today.
Yeah.